Well, so the installation of the domain control has already finished up, and then as you can see, we prompted to like to log out and then enter using that domain, the new domain. So here, notice this is the new domain that we have created, and then we are actually entering as as an admin account. Okay, so the password here, it will be the same password that we have created for the domain. So I'm entering that password to access that domain. So there you go. So everything now is being placed correctly. I want you to check this out. So you can see that here, like sometimes you can find an exclamation mark. This indicates that there's something there have been some changes. Like on the TCP/IP configurations, and then if you have clicked in here, um, you might have some changes that happen into the particularly into the DNS server. Sometimes you can find that the IP address has been changed to default 192.7.0.0.1. Then you'll need to change that into the into the correct one. That should be the it should be exactly the same thing as the the gateway. You see there, it has been changed for a little bit. So we need to change this back again to the exact domain, to the exact to the exact IP address of the default gateway. All right, so that you can have a connectivity to the internet. So make sure that both IP addresses are the same. Click OK and click OK again, and then click close. All right, so that should have gone out, the exclamation mark here. We're still waiting for the updates here. Right, again, I just want to make sure that it should be TCP IPv4 here. 192.168.20.2, both, yes. All right, so I don't need to change anything in here since it has been brought up back. All right, so now everything is working fine, and we are here. We have already installed and configured Active Directory domain services and prompted the server to be as a domain controller, as you can see here. And you can actually check out that from the local server. So if you've checked that the local server here under the domain, you will find that the domain has been changed from group work into that that domain. All right, into the newly created domain, and this is the IP address that we have assigned here. All right, so next step here is to install the HTTP server to ensure it's authenticated, and also ensure it's authenticated, and also create a scope under that. All right, so without a further ado, we will just go to to add a rules and features here, and then go to the installation step by step. Work with the wizard. Right. So we select the server, and then we go for the server rule, and here this is the one that we are actually installing, the HTTP server. Click next and click next, and I think this has also been propagated to you before. You're kind of familiar with that. You're supposed to be. Click install, and then wait for the wait for the wizard to for the buffer to finish loading. After that, we will need to promote to complete the configuration, and then we go for the creating the scope, as you will see in a while. All right, so it's done. So fast, we click here. We click in completing the complete the DHCP configuration. Let me just take this to be in the usual size. Go to next, click next, and this is the one that we are going to use here. So we want to use the following user credentials. So we want this DHCP to be authenticated to the administrator, which is in the newly created domain here. All right, so we click that option and then click commit. So both both authorization and security are being allowed. We click close here,